So it's Brouhaha 2017, and this is the chairman of Brouhaha. Now Nicholas Broughton is here. Are you in charge? Can anyone really be in charge of something this big?
By the time you get to the event, you really can't. It's organized chaos.
There are no breaks on a rocket ship. Is that fair to say, Nicholas?
That's for sure. But somebody's taking a break at all times. Hurry up and wait, hurry up and wait. But when we need you, we need you.
Now, this has been a great event for a number of years, and the JCs got involved a couple of years ago.
That's correct.
And your involvement with the JCs is?
I am a general member, and I'm the committee chair for Brouhaha. I'm an attorney by trade, so I have handled the legal and administrative aspects of the event the last 2 years. This year, I stepped into the chairman role.
My understanding of the JCs is it's kind of like Menudo. Once you reach a certain age, they kick you out.
That's correct.
So you don't have too much longer to do this, and then you pass the torch to the next generation.
Yep, and with the stress, sometimes you're more than willing to pass that torch, but we'll do this as well as we can for as long as we can.
Full disclosure, I've been working with Nicholas a lot the last couple of weeks to try and make sure that we could be here and be a part of it. And I want to thank you for letting us be here, first and foremost.
Absolutely. We're so glad to have Brewed be a part of this event.
When does the planning start for something like this? Is it like the Super Bowl where you start planning the day after it happens, or when do you start to get things together? Because there's a lot of moving parts for this festival.
The general outline starts around February and March when we confirm that we're moving forward with our core group of people. And then it basically slowly builds over the summer months. Yeah, by about Labor Day is when all hell breaks loose.
What's new this year?
What's new this year? Obviously, there's going to be a few new beers, as there seems to be every year. We always try a few new things year in and year out. Some work, some don't. And right now, basically, I think one of the things that seems to be newer every year is that craft beer just gets more and more popular. And so the broader the interest in craft beer generally, something I didn't even heard the word 5 years ago. But, all that interest really seems to help the turnout.
Now, I know this is a great time and that people are learning a lot about different beers here, but the JCs being involved, you're raising a lot of money for some great local causes.
Absolutely. The past causes that this event has contributed to have been WQPT's Imagination Station, which where they have a lot of kids come in and they meet some of their favorite characters from public television. We've transitioned now into this event, committing some funds towards that event, but a lot towards our general fund that goes to community development projects like Hand in Hand is one that we've contributed to, the Handicap Development Center. We have certain grants that get distributed, that get earmarked after they've been vetted by the organization. So the profits from this organization will, for the most part, go into our general fund to help allocate to community projects.
You're spending a lot of time putting something like this together. At some point, do you get to put a glass in your hand and sample some beers?
Well, we've done quite a bit of that on any number of occasions up to this day.
I see. So you do like, there's an audition process?
Well, it takes place here and there. The sort of brand recognition of the event really helps open some doors when you have brewers that are trying to get their name out there with with the local market. So it's a good confluence event. Confluence, one of the fantastic beers that you will find here at Brouhaha.
See how seamlessly he did that plug? This man knows how to segue, ladies and gentlemen. Nicholas, it's a great event, and everyone seems to be having the time of their life. So, job well done. I imagine when it's all said and done and all the tents are down, you'll find a way to find a craft beer for yourself.
We'll drink the leftovers.
So, Nikki, you are in charge of marketing this grand affair.
I am.
We have you to thank for everybody who's here.
Me and a big committee, yes.
But what I hear is it's all you.
Oh, okay.
That's the word on the street. So Brouhaha is going on now. Your thoughts?
My thoughts are, wow, what a turnout. My stress this last month has totally paid off.
So the good news is when it's all said and done, you can raise a glass high and say, hey, we did it.
We can, yes. Actually, volunteers tomorrow are getting together for a private thank you, and we will definitely be raising some glasses.
So by the time this airs, the private thank you will be over. That's going to be when it's nuts. Maybe that's a place we should go. Maybe we need to go to the after party.
The after party. You are invited to.
So is this you've been doing Brouhaha for a while, right, with the JCs?
Yes, it's actually the 18th year of Brouhaha, but it's the 3rd year that the JCs has ran it.
And have you been here for all 3 years?
I have attended all 3 years. This is my first year helping run it.
I want to talk about like the organization of something like this. Like, what are some of the smallest, tiniest details that someone who would attend something like this would never think of that you have to think about?
Oh my gosh, there's so many. Well, ice, electricity, fencing. You need to make sure you have the right square footage. Signage. Signage is a big thing. People want to know what beer is where. You can't just be like, I don't know, go to that tent. Like, it's a logistic nightmare if you do.
I feel like a lot of them though are just going to that tent. But I understand what you're saying.
Right. Some of them do, but it's nice to have a plan.
So you've got everything together the way that it's going. You got the live music going. People are having the time of their life sampling beer. Do you think you have any ideas right now in this moment in time for 2018 and beyond?
Ooh.
Anything that you might be doing differently?
Well, if I do entertainment again next year, I think that we need to have a costume contest. Some of these people really represent, and I think it'd be really cool to give them prizes and award them for their awesome shirts and things they put together.
And how about all the work that goes into the pretzel necklaces?
Right, exactly. Like best necklace, best t-shirt, best group. Yeah, all kinds of ideas we could come up with.
Great thing about Brew, it's more than an event that takes 4 or 5 hours. It goes on. There's a lot of preparation, obviously, that the JCs do to throw it, but that you do as someone who comes here to enjoy it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely, yep. They don't just purchase the ticket and help out. They really get into it.
It's a lifestyle. It's not an event. It's a lifestyle. Well, thanks so much, Nikki, for having us. This is a great event. We couldn't have asked for a better organization to be a part of, and I mean, this is the premier event in town for craft beer.
Great, we're glad to hear that. Thank you. We appreciate you guys being part of it.
It's an appreciation love-a-thon, and I'm glad you're here to watch it.
That's the first beer you ever made?
Well, all grain. This is back in the day.
Back in
the
day, again,
yeah.
5 or 6 years ago. Wait a minute, we've been doing this show 3 years.
Yeah.
So you were president of the Homebrewers after doing it for like 2 years?
Pretty quick.
Jeez. I don't know that really says a lot for their election process, but
I don't know. It looks like I might have a co-host for future episodes.
I think God bless John Wayne. Seriously, I would be the greatest co-host in the world. Because I said to my husband, what a wonderful job. And I'm retired now. I could do it.
It's not bad. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say that it's a bad job. It's the greatest job in the world, traveling around different breweries and meeting wonderful people who like to not only learn about beer, but get lit, apparently.
Get lit.
It looks gorgeous, man. I mean, seriously, you know what? I have a couple of them, but I'm not wearing mine for continuity purposes, because when we're doing the interviews, it'll be like, I'll have a full necklace, and then there'll be like one pretzel, and then a full necklace again, and it's just going to drive people crazy.
Well, where's your cup? Not drinking?
No, we'll get to that. I'm here to work a little bit. Oh, but they're having fun. Hang on a second. I'm getting a call. This has never happened in the history of the show. It's my wife. I better take it. Hello? Let's say you're trying the...